Deep in the forgotten corners of an ancient library, hidden beneath layers of dust and shadow, lies a book that whispers the secrets of tomorrow. Every page predicts what will happen next, yet the power to change the future lies in the hands of a single boy, Ethan. Will he bend fate to his will, or will the whispers of the book consume him entirely? Step inside the secret library magic and discover the story that no one else has dared to read. The story of the Whispering Pages. Ethan was a quiet boy of 15 who spent more time in the town library than anywhere else. While his friends played football in the park, he preferred the smell of old paper and the way sunlight filtered through stained glass windows onto dusty wooden floors. To him, books were not just stories. They were secret doors waiting to be opened. One rainy afternoon, Ethan found himself wandering into the farthest corner of the library, where the shelves leaned against the wall as if they were too tired to stand upright. Nobody ever came here. The lamps above flickered, and cobwebs hung between the books like silken curtains. He was about to turn back when something caught his attention. A book, thin, bound in deep green leather, with no title, sat crooked on the highest shelf. It seemed to hum softly, though no one else could hear. Ethan reached for it, and as soon as his fingers brushed the cover, a faint whisper slithered into his ear. "Open me!" Startled, he looked around, but the aisle was empty. He pulled the book down, blew off the dust, and opened the first page. The handwriting was sharp, elegant, but what stunned him most was what the words said. "Tomorrow you will drop your notebook in the hallway. A girl with red hair will pick it up. Speak kindly to her, for she will become important." Ethan's heart skipped a beat. Was this some kind of prank? He read the line again and again, but the letters seemed alive, shimmering faintly under the light. And beneath the text, in smaller script, another line appeared. "Remember the future whispers, but you may change it." The next morning, Ethan couldn't stop thinking about the book. He carried it in his backpack, checking the page as though it might vanish. When he reached school, the event unfolded exactly as written. He dropped his notebook in the hallway, and a girl with flaming red hair bent down to pick it up. She smiled. "Here, you dropped this." Ethan, remembering the book's instructions, managed a nervous smile back. "Thanks, I really appreciate it." She introduced herself as Clara. They walked to class together, and for the first time in a long while, Ethan didn't feel invisible. That night, he rushed home, eager to see what the next page would say. The book now held a fresh line. "Tomorrow you will be late for class. In your rush, you will bump into a teacher and drop his papers. Apologize, for he will remember your kindness." Again, the words rang true. Ethan overslept, sprinted through the hallway, and collided with Mr. Andrews, the history teacher. Papers flew everywhere. Embarrassed, Ethan bent down and gathered every sheet carefully. Mr. Andrews gave him a surprised smile. "Most students just run off." "Thank you, Ethan." Another whisper, another truth. But now Ethan wondered, what if he had chosen not to apologize? Would the book still have been right? The burden of knowledge over the next week, the pages revealed more futures. "Tomorrow a stray dog will follow you home. Feed him, for he will protect you one day. Tomorrow Clara will ask you about the library. Invite her. She must see it too. Tomorrow the lights will go out during dinner. Strike a match quickly, or your father will stumble." Every prediction came true, yet always in smaller letters, the same reminder appeared. "You may change it." One evening, the page read, "Tomorrow you will trip on the stairs at school. Clara will laugh softly, not unkindly." Determined to defy it, Ethan walked the stairs carefully, holding the railing. He did not trip, and indeed, Clara never laughed. That night, he opened the book again, only to find the page blank. Slowly, new words appeared. "You chose differently. The future bends." The predictions soon grew darker. "Tomorrow, a boy in your class will break his arm. You may stop him." Ethan noticed a boy climbing a fence recklessly, Heart pounding, he shouted, "Stop! You'll hurt yourself." The boy turned, startled, and climbed down. No arm was broken. That night, the book wrote again, "The future bends because of you." At first, Ethan felt proud. Maybe this was his purpose, to change what was written. But soon the whispers grew heavier. Tomorrow, Clara will be in danger. A car will nearly strike her after school. Warn her. The next day, he yanked Clara back from the street just as a car sped past. She gasped, "You just saved me." That night, the book praised him but also warned, "Be careful, the book hungers." Ethan grew uneasy. When he opened the book now, the whispers no longer felt gentle. They sounded like multiple voices overlapping, urgent, restless. Sometimes in languages he didn't know. Sometimes he felt cold breath on his neck. The predictions became temptations. Tomorrow someone will lie to you. Do not trust easily. Tomorrow Mr. Andrews will lose something precious. You may return it or keep it. Finally, one chilling message appeared. Tomorrow Clara will confide in you. If you tell her secret, you will gain power. If you protect it, you will gain her heart. Ethan chose to protect Clara's secret. The book wrote coldly, "You chose heart over power. You defy me." The final revelation. The whispers now spoke of death. Tomorrow your father will fall gravely ill. You may not stop it. It came true, but Ethan's care helped his father recover. Again, the book whispered, "The future bends, but not forever. The end approaches." At last, the final page turned on its own. Tomorrow you will die. Ethan refused. He stayed locked in his room all night, refusing to leave, refusing to give fate the chance. When dawn came, he was still alive. The book fell silent. Its pages turned blank. Ethan laughed with relief. I changed it. I won. But a faint sigh whispered back, "No one escapes forever." The book snapped shut and never spoke again. Epilogue. Years later, Clara became his closest friend. Sometimes when they passed the old library, Ethan glanced toward the dusty shelves, half expecting the green leather book to return. It never did. But deep down, he knew the truth. The future always whispers. And somewhere, the pages are still waiting.